You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
The views expressed by the individuals during this broadcast are their own opinions, and they may not be the same as those of their group or other organizations they may be involved with.
All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Pace Radio Show. We're live here at paceradio.net and 420pace.ca. And don't forget, if you're watching us on YouTube, to hit that subscribe button while you're there, right? Good evening, Tamara.
How you doing?
Not bad. And yourself?
It's Wednesday night. I'm tired, and the usual.
I guess put you over on the other side. Yeah, I know. It's hard switching shifts from week to week. Never mind trying to do it mid-stride.
Yeah, and it's just like I said, it's not that it's a big deal. It's just that I work till 9, and then I'm always like I can't go to bed. So when I come home from work on Tuesday, it's like Sunday or Monday. I still can't go to bed till 3 o'clock in the morning. And then I got to be up and opening the store for 8 o'clock in the morning. And then we had a big Sobeys order today. Like we had a huge Sobeys order today. Right. And like there's just the mom and dad and the son, right, and me that worked there. So we had this huge Sobeys order come in. So I've been like, yeah, I was packing and stocking shelves and stuff today too on top of it. So I ran a little harder than I did normally. And then after work, we had to go get dog food and blah, blah, blah with the kids. So I've been running pretty much since 6 o'clock this morning. So I'm pretty fucking tired and had about 3 hours sleep. So, But I came home to this.
All right. You've been talking about that. Yes.
Yeah. So this is the Moose Hide campaign, and it's been going on since 2019, right? It's not a new campaign, but it's a moose hide. I wear one on my shirt. And what it is it's a First Nations Indigenous male centered, like forward project where it's fronted by First Nations men to protect and honor First Nations and all women. So again, social injustice, sexual assault, domestic violence, murdered and missing Indigenous women, right? So I was first gifted my first one in 2012, actually, in Ottawa, when we were protesting on Parliament Hill. We ran across Elizabeth May in the hallway after the press conference. Wow. And Sam Alachi was there, and Alison Murden and Russell Barth and everybody. We were all there. And Elizabeth May came across and she gifted me one. But that didn't make it out of Ottawa. I don't know. I put it on my coat and it just disappeared. I never seen it again. And then I have a friend that works as a traveling nurse, and she came and gave me one today. Or not today. This was like a couple weeks ago. So I ordered some and sent them a donation, because they'll send you some without a donation, but it's best to send, it's nice to send a donation. Right. So I sent out a donation and I received a pack of 25 of them so that I can gift them out myself. And then
25 of them?
Yep, 25 of them. Yeah, I haven't even opened it. I'll open it. Hang on. Because it's got a little card and stuff that explains what the initiative is on it. So I might have not actually said it correctly. I might have misspoke a little bit, because I'm not, let's put it this way. I don't remember everything word for word all the time.
What are you smoking?
This is a baby Jeter infused with diamonds. And so this is what this is.
Okay. Sorry to distract you.
Baby Jeters. So they're infused with diamonds, and but they're from the store.
Okay, all right.
Actually, my friend Kimberly, that worked with CETA, is friends with the people that own that. Anyway, okay. Right. So back to this. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so it's the Moose Hide campaign. So the Moose Hide campaign is an Indigenous-led grassroots movement of men and boys and all Canadians who are standing up against violence towards women and children.
So, and that's the piece of moose hide that is on the
on the card, right?
Okay. Yep.
And it says, wearing this moose hide signifies your commitment to honor, respect, and protect women and children in their life, and to work together to end violence against women and children and all those along the gender continuum.
Yeah.
Help spread the Moose Hide campaign by sharing with your family, communities, and organizations. And then it says to order these pins, donate, or learn more, visit our website at moosehidecampaign.ca.
All right, there you go. I was going to ask you, what was the website? Say it again.
Moosehidecampaign.ca. They're also on all the social media platforms. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, everywhere.
I blew it up so people can see it. There you go. The guy shrunk it down again. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, what do you say? Time to bring our guest in?
Oh, sure. Bring in Dr. Buck.
Bring in Dr. Buck. Well, Dr. Buck, just like a lot of our guests, has got an incredible cannabis-related story. And I think that we're going to, with the doctor, we're going to go from the beginning to, how things are, how things have changed over the years. Also, we've had Dr. Buck on the broadcast, and actually for me to even see him. So it's good to
Go
be
ahead,
here.
I just dropped something.
What?
I just dropped something.
You didn't drop your joint in your bed,
I
did you?
did. I dropped my doobie. Now I can't find it.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Oh, there it is. I got it. Okay. The fucking nightmare. Especially when I'm tired. It's just like, yes, I dropped my doobie, but I got back up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think it's time to bring, as I said, our guest in. So at this time, we'd like to welcome Dr. Buck, but Scott Mocon to the Pace Radio Show. Welcome, Scott. How you doing?
How's it going, guys?
It's going all right. Tamara's just trying to burn down the place. That's all.
Dropping my doobies, just I'm a nightmare. Like I said, I'm on 3 hours sleep and I worked all day. Yeah, I have a job now. Like where I actually get up. Well, I work at a little corner Korean grocery store.
Okay.
Because legalization put me out of business too. So yeah, I had to go get a job.
Yeah. So Doc, as you like to go by, obviously that's how you get your name on there. As I mentioned, everybody usually that comes onto the broadcast has a story to talk about, and we like to share patient stories because we believe that patient stories are one way to educate other people out there. And there's lots of people out there that have some amazing stories. And, I believe that you have one of those stories. So what do you say? When do we start from the beginning and let everybody know, where did you how did you get involved in cannabis in the begining?
April 3rd, 2010, I had a spinal cord injury because I was a truck driver. I worked for Dark Cup in Campbellford there. So I never smoked a joint until I was 35 years old. Right? I never touched cannabis because I was always drug tested.
Yeah.
I had a spinal cord injury at work that left me paralyzed, right? So then they were on me drugs, they were doing rehab, and they told me that I was never going to walk again. And then they were just filling me full of drugs and stuff like that. Then I just started doing some research, and I thought I've seen you in Campbellford and some of the shows you did in front of ours. That's how we met. It was Sue
Yeah. That's right. Yep.
It's so amazing now.
Yeah.
Look at you go out.
Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
And that's amazing. That's amazing. Because I understand I used to work for H&R Transport. So I understand the whole trucking. That's how I quit my job at H&R.
Like Scott you were in a wheelchair. You were wheelchair bound and told that you were never going to walk again.
Yeah, that's correct.
And you weren't even a cannabis consumer. Like you said, 35 years of age before you even smoked a joint.
Did you smoke your first joint with Al?
No, actually, I smoked my first joint is when I was paralyzed in bed, and my little girl was beside me, and I said to her, "Okay, wake your mom up." And my wife actually lit a joint for me. I smoked it in bed. It was the first time I smoked a joint.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Paralyzed, and they sent me to Campbellford Veterinarian Clinic, the hospital. And that's where I was in there for like hours, and then that was like a nightmare. right? Then they went there and they thought I was faking. He shoved a needle in my foot, and I was paralyzed from the waist down, right? And then they actually wheeled me into the hallway. I sat there for 6 hours. Then this lady came there, a nurse, and gave me a set of crutches and some oxyrot, and said the doctor said you could go home. I said, these are my exact words to the lady. I said, the doctor just shoved a needle in my foot. I didn't move. I said, I just pissed my pants from the waist down, paralyzed, right? I said, now you want me to walk home with a bunch of prescription drugs? I said, I don't know how good of a faker you are. It wasn't common sense. Then they fucking take me into the lady says, okay, then. I said, you're going to catch me, right? I lift my legs off the thing, and I'm about to lift off the gurney. Then I told the nurse, you're going to catch me, right? And my buddy's standing right there. And she goes, oh, no. We'll get back on. So I lift myself back on. Then I go in there, and they made me pull myself up onto the CAT scan machine. With a spinal cord injury.
Oh, yeah.
Lady, the nurse looks at me. She goes, I'm 6'4", right? She goes,
yeah.
You're too big. I can't lift you, so you're going to have to pull yourself up on. So
where the hell was this? Where were you? Where was this hospital?
Campbellford Hospital. So
where I go.
Snapping. Jesus.
Where I go.
Snapping turtles. Like, and there's still, oh my God.
It gets better. So then she does a CAT scan. Then they send me upstairs for 2 days. I'm laying in bed with my L4 and my L5 out of my back, 12.5 centimeters with my L5, and my L4 was 8.5 centimeters out of my back. My mom and dad's doctor from work, he's looking at my chart, and he goes, he's not even my doctor. He walked in and goes, Scott, like, why are you still here? He calls the ambulance. They wheel me to Kingston General, and they do emergency surgery on me. Right? And so then my L4 and L5 was out of my back so far, it did permanent nerve damage. Because I was upstairs for 2 days.
I hope you sued the living fuck right out of them.
Yeah. So then the rest of me at Kingston General, then I was like, they told my wife to build a ring up that I'm paralyzed, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So then I was at St. Mary's on the lake for 2 months doing rehab.
Okay, right. And where it's at Kingston?
Yeah, that was unbelievable. So and then I would go there, and the guy his name was Richard. He was my doctor.
Yeah. So you had to do rehab in Kingston.
Yeah. So there was St. Mary's on the lake. It was a rehab, right?
Yeah.
So when I did rehab there, then because I was so far away, I couldn't go travel, right? And
yeah.
Stay there. Well, then I go down in the morning. I do like 4 hours of rehab. Then I would go up and I'd be in bed. Then I'd have a belt work in my foot. Then I'd be sitting there in bed. Then I'd ask him. He said, "Hey, can I go back and do rehab in the afternoon? I'm here, right?" Yeah. So I was doing hours of rehab a day.
Wow.
Right? And plus, I was when I went in the hospital, I was 300 pounds. Like I lost 80 pounds.
Right? Yeah.
So I lost all that weight off, which held my back, stuff like that. So then I was doing rehab in the Campbellford Hospital. Then after I've done that work, I was fighting work. I went 1.5 years without a paycheck. They said that they didn't do that work.
And I could just imagine the prescriptions that you were on.
I looked at my wife sitting at the table, and then I just started Googling salves, THC, CBD, CBG, CBN. So then that's when I just started doing all that because I couldn't play with my daughter. I was so fucked up on all the drugs. The Lyrica they had me on, like I was depressed, I wanted to kill myself.
Yeah, that stuff shit. My husband was on that shit too. He said it made him feel like a dirty drug addict. It was horrible shit.
You can't I smoked a lot of weed, and when you take the Lyrica, I wouldn't drive. That's how fucked up.
Wow.
No, he didn't like it. He took it like for a week, and he said, "I can't take this shit."
No. So then I wanted to like I started. Friends of mine got me into growing. I wanted to grow my own weed, but I wanted to know what I was taking, right?
Yeah.
So that's growing. Then I got my medical license. because all the prescription drugs and shit they were giving me was just fucking me up. Like I had no life, man. Like it was just like, what the hell? So then that's when I started. So then I started looking into salves and seeing the scam and how people were getting ripped off and how they were cutting it. And this, so then I went to the guy up on Oak Hills who was a beekeeper. He looked at me, and because I was buying all my stuff on Amazon, my beeswax, he looks at me with Scott. Have you ever seen beeswax that was white?
No.
Beeswax, buy my own beeswax in the bar, and he melted down, and the smell was so incredibly different and all that, right? And that's why, okay, like it's all plastics in the stuff that you buy, and the little wee bees is plastic. And he showed that to me, right? How it burnt, how he did that. So I started developing my salves, and then I think, okay, everybody I gave my salve to, like the guy tried to help, they kept on saying, "Oh my God, it's the best stuff." So,
so you created this. You created a salve that you found that worked for yourself, and then shared it with others.
Yeah, I remember. So then.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
I remember.
That's right.
It worked really well. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this one was CBD and THC. And then this one was THC. So then I just made some up the other day just for myself that I don't do anymore.
Yeah.
So I finished.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
It looks good. Looks good.
Then we had.
And beeswax is like golden, right? Like it's not like real golden colored, right?
Yeah. So then I had all the ingredients. Then
hang on a second. I'm gonna move you over there and make you a little bigger there.
There you go. Yeah.
So barcode.
Yes.
Then all the ingredients were on the back, so you hit that barcode, and I had everything lab tested at 420 Legacy. So it would take you right to the lab test.
Right.
So, this one, right?
Yeah.
So then, because as a consumer, I wanted to know, okay, is this shit cut with Vicks? Is this stuff, all this shit that everybody's cutting it with? So then that's why I had everything lab tested. Told you the ingredients on it. You hit that with your phone. It would take you right to that lab test. 420 Legacy. This is exactly what was in it. CBD.
Yeah, like how much you can't get any more transparent than that by allowing directly right to the actual lab test results.
Yeah.
That's amazing. In fact, I don't even think that any of the legal products have something like that.
No. So then I went from that. Like, it was sad because nobody supported me. Like everybody said a word. Oh my God! It was like, so then I grew the weed. I went on YouTube, showed everybody this is organic. I made Dr. Buck's weed and feed. Right. I made all this stuff. I started a company called Pot Man. We did gummy bears, but it was like nobody supports you.
I know. I feel you. I've been there. Like you go out of your way. I took a whole summer to investigate and make hard candy, and you sell maybe a little bit, and then you give them away as samples, and then nobody bothers. Cedar found the same thing with Icy Pop. She gave away 250 samples one year and didn't get one order.
It's true. Everybody same with my pot man, right? Like my labeling, my THC, like everything was like I said, there was no fake ingredient. You see that? I brought you in, I grew it.
Yeah. I was there.
I remember because didn't you do a show from his grow? You did a show from his grow. Yeah, because I remember I think I was co-hosting, and I was here, and we did a show from the grow. Yeah. And Scott showed us all his beautiful plants, and he was going to do that Airbnb. With the 420 Airbnb. That was, I think, the last time we had him on the show.
Yeah. That was a while back.
And I thought that was, and it was. Like, that was a terrific idea. I think and you were working on that cabin.
The Dubian.
You were, and it was beautiful. Like it was just the cutest little cabin. I just thought that was great. And what a great idea, right?
For people out there, you can see.
I remember now. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful place.
See, I wanted people with medical people that you could grow your own medicine and you'd have to get scammed, right? I wanted to show people, like I did all my organics teas, right? Like I was growing that plant in behind my thing that I did an organic tea with was 16 feet. Then I did a drip system in there. Then that drip system that I put in that garden, I wanted to show people that you could drip tea. Because people said when you make an organic tea, you couldn't drip it. I wanted to show them that you could. So then I did that. And I actually dripped it all through my drip line. And I went down with this cup and I filled it up and just showed people. Because people tell you, you can't do this, you can't do that. I went down and I showed people. I went down the Marmor River with 2 toads.
Yeah.
I remember that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was watching some video where you were blowing. Yeah, you were blowing like, yeah, I remember all that. Like I was there.
There's the building on the hill.
I know, it's that is so cute. I just think that's the cutest place.
In the foreground.
Like I said, living in BC for me, like where I am specifically too, it sucks because it's just me. I've got no community. I like Toronto, like that's why kind of when I first got going, Toronto was even more accepting than Vancouver. Vancouver were a bunch of like elitists and snot bags and stuff. So I went out to Ontario. I wish I lived in Ontario, like not because of the healthcare and Doug, but I wish I did because people like you got like I would be closer. I could do stuff in Toronto, right?
Friends here. Now, everybody, I showed those pictures of those plants. Obviously, like that's a lot of stuff to trim by hand. So you also dealt with that because, as you mentioned, you talk about salves and all that, but you also did a business when it came to trimming.
Trimming.
Dr. Buck's CTS. Actually, I'll just show you something.
All right. Okay. You go.
And look at folks. He's walking. See, because we kind of stopped and kind of dropped off on that. He did physio and blah blah. But see, he's not in that in the wheel. There's no wheelchair or crutches.
No he got up and walked over there. Yep. That's for sure. Yeah.
My mom and I made Dr. Buck. That's my mom and I.
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go. That's the drawing right there of Dr. Buck.
Dr. Buck.
I'm just trying to see. I don't know if I've got a picture of the actual
logo.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, I don't know if I could actually honestly say that I've ever tried the salve of yours. I don't think I ever did. It was Oily Dogs that sent me out some stuff the one time. But I don't, like I said, I'm not one of those people that ask for stuff or ever expects people to just send me stuff for free, right? And I'm a broke joke, so I can't ever afford to buy anything. I'm so sorry.
Well, isn't like yeah, we haven't gotten to that point yet, but when we do, I'll find out if it's not an issue for you. So when it came to the trimming, the cannabis trimming services and all that, you had a trailer and it was all self-sufficient.
So when I started that company, Dr. Buck's CTS, which was my mom and I got to tell you this story on Dr. Buck. Right?
Yeah.
He always got the cannabis over his shoulder. At that time, no cartoonist would work with us. We had to go to the state because the marijuana, and I wanted the Dr. Buck's over thing in the caption was nature's medicine. Then he had his marijuana over his shoulder coming out of the woods. So
yeah.
I went to the Sterling. There was remember that sign place there. I went to 3 or 4 different places back then. And nobody, because it was marijuana, the cartoonist would work with me. I had to go to the States, and the cartoonist, he would go back and forth. And I would go over to my mom and I say to my mom, like, what do you think, Mom? And she said, well, he looks a little too stoned, or this should be up a little more. Looks down by his privates, right?
Yeah. Right. I'm trying to find, I'm on your Instagram, and I'm trying to find a picture. Because, like, you've got, not only this is a character, but you actually have a statue, right?
Yeah, it's in my living room. Do I see it?
Yeah,
let's check that out.
So this,
I wish you would have known that because I got a cartoonist that's in Ontario. Was it a matter of not being able to get a sign made? Because I got a cartoonist that would have worked with you. I wish I would have known that because she does all my logos and all my cartoons.
This is years ago.
Yeah,
yes, I'm talking years ago. Yeah. No, Angie was around then because she was the one making Mark Emery's stuff back then.
Oh yeah.
So she was
Oh,
around back then.
see, there you go. Look at.
Yeah, I
There he
remember
is.
seeing that now. Yeah,
There's
yeah.
the doctor. Yeah. Now are his eyes bloodshot just like they are in the?
Yep. That's great. He looks like a real stoner.
The weed, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So who carved that for me was Bob from. He's a world class carver at Myersburg Flea Market.
Correct. Yes. That's right. Myersburg Flea Market is just a little small hamlet south of Campbellford, and they have a big barn there. At one time, it was used for dances. It was like a big dance hall, and then eventually it turned into a flea market. And it's been a flea market for decades now.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
You know that I developed tincture too, Al?
Yep.
Yeah.
You think you had everything the last time you had it on the show. You had tinctures and bombs and
I had the pet one, like for the pet, stuff like that, all that. Yeah, like it was like, and I had it perfected. It was all organic, no chemicals, and I made Dr. Buck's weed and feed. But it just didn't support me. It was sad.
It is sad. I understand. I do. I totally understand. Because you put your heart and soul into that and you're thinking that you're going to do something really good to help people because it helped you, right? You want to get your story out. You want to get your, and it's not even about the money. It's not even about making money. It's about helping people. I think that's where people misunderstand the fact that we're, we're not trying to become millionaires. We just wanted to fucking get the word out and help people, right?
Yeah. I had Dr. Buck trim up some weed. I took it.
I remember that too.
I just took it. I threw it in the back of the truck. My harvest.
You take a video of it.
Took it over.
Yeah,
And
we
got some video footage and all that stuff. I did it more than once. And something that was going to take me, a week to do. I was done in like 2.5 hours or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that too.
So when I built the trailer, when I started it was the first year that I had my medical license and I was trimming. I'm thinking, holy fuck, are you kidding me? Like hours. Yeah. And then at the end, you go zip, 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 and you don't give a shit. So then that's why when I wanted to do it, and I built, remember Jack and Jill, the buckers?
Yes.
So I built 2 buckers, and I designed them so that I could lift my leg up when I was in a chair. So I could be in the chair, then lift my leg up, then I could buck, I could actually feed. Actually, I'll send you some videos.
Can you explain what bucking is? Maybe not everybody understands what bucking means.
So bucking is taking the bud off the stem. All right. So then I built this machine and you put it in, goes zzz. Remember kids, we did the bush and the tree and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Then you could adjust the speed. So it was different strains. You didn't want to hit it as hard, right?
Yeah.
So then when I would buck it, then I made the machine, like all the stainless steel plate, then come over and I'd feed it at the top of the one feeder. It go into another trimmer, it go into another trimmer, put another trimmer, then all of a sudden hit a weigh scale. Then you only pay for your trim weed. All right?
Yeah.
So shake back, I give all that back to the customer too, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can
I was trying to see if I had a video of the
the video I found of you standing in front of that plant that I was feeding my Dr. Buck weed and feed to?
Yeah.
The colas were that big and you're standing there like
yes, exactly. Now you can see I've got
yeah.
I remember that too. Yeah,
there you go. The buds.
Yeah. That's the trailer. There's my bucker I built. That's the bucker. Then on the plate, then you put it, you fill it top one there, yeah. So it go into the one T4, then another T4, and it go to another T4, and it just like
and that pop out.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. And I mean, it makes your life way easier. I even we only ever grew we were always butting out 30 at a time. It took me and Brenda, I think, a week and a half, the two of us sitting there trimming these damn plants, and we're just like, Is this ever going to be fucking over? And then after it's all dry, you look at it and go, it took a week and a half to get that. You know, like it took a long time. That's all we got.
Well, that was the thing. Like this machine, the setup that Doc had, like little buds on your hand. It would trim fine buds, everything.
I know.
Yeah.
Like I said, even now with the legal market, like they sell smalls, stuff that we would have thrown in the garbage, quite honestly, because we couldn't trim it because our, hand trimming, it's too hard to get those little popcorn, like, little tiny ones. They sell those in the stores as BC smalls or whatever. And the buds are like that big. You can barely put them in your grinder. And it's just like, they're making money off the stuff we threw in the garbage. Like, it's amazing.
Doc always said he could increase your yield because of the fact that this thing would trim the smaller buds.
Right. And I think that's what they're probably, well, it's hard to say. I know my one friend was working in a LP in Montreal and it was all hand trim. But they had quotas they had to meet, right? They had to trim like 1.1 kilogram a day.
No.
By hand.
We got a message. From Lorix Gardens. Respect the herbalists.
Right on.
There you go.
But yeah, but again, I'm not sure what the licensed production is. But let's face it, legalization. Yeah. Anybody that was trying to do anything for patients when legalization hit, it took us off at the knee, right? Because then people had access to way more strains than we could ever provide for them, and way more access. And that's what we wanted, to be fair. We asked for dignified access, but it wasn't what patients needed. It was what the recreation. It was set up for recreation only. So all the salves and stuff that you made and everybody that was making didn't even qualify to get into the stores until now they have wellness sections apparently, but all the things that we needed as patients, we still can't get access to.
We got to go for break, but first, what's up, Doc? Al and Tamara.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. Exactly. I just out of curiosity, do you know who Lorix is there, Doc?
No, I don't.
No, okay. Just thought I'd ask.
Nice to meet you, though.
All right. It is time for us to take a break. We'll continue our discussion a little more on those pictures. Some of those pictures I want to ask questions. And we're going to find out what Doc is doing now. As you can see, his shirt says poppin with the Doc. So we're going to find out what's poppin.
That sounds exciting.
All right. You're watching the Pace Radio Show. We're live here at paceradio.net and 420pace.ca.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
Limestone City Hydroponics is Kingston, Ontario's hydroponics shop. Take your growing to the next level and create the optimal environment with a tent kit, or maximize your yield with an ebb and flow flood table kit. Either way, Limestone City Hydroponics has more sizes and options to fit your needs. Are you looking for the power of the sun that adapts to your budget? Then look no further, as they have professional grow lighting. They have indoor grow systems that are easy and cost effective, with many options to fit your living space and lifestyle. Cultivate your growing potential. We have everything you need to succeed. And if you can't make it to the store, they offer local delivery to the greater Kingston area. Remember, when you're looking for experts to help you grow, then look no further than the locally owned Limestone City Hydroponics, 105 Sunderland Drive in Kingston, Ontario. Call them at 613-548-0420.
Are you looking to get your medical cannabis grow license? Limestone City Hydroponics can help patients through the process of obtaining their license to grow medical cannabis. What's that? You don't have a doctor? If you meet the medical criteria, Limestone City Hydroponics has a nurse practitioner who can assess and provide medical cannabis prescriptions. What are you waiting for? Contact Limestone City Hydroponics at limestonecityhydroponics.ca or call them at 613-548-0420.
What do you find at paceradio.net? People advocating cannabis education. Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more, we've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center or take a look at our piercing services and body jewelry, now available in-store through Campbellford Lifestyle Shop, 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford.
Rerolled Saturdays. Check it out. Nothing but non-stop cannabis and psychedelic programming. Find it at 420pace.ca.
Cannabis edibles are an effective way to manage pain and other ailments, especially when you deal with your trusted partner, Legacy 420, in Tyendinaga Mohawk territory. You see, we lab test every product on site to ensure proper dosage every time, which is critical when consuming cannabis edibles. All Legacy 420 edibles are made by our classically trained baker and chocolatier, and we also have super tasty vegan options.
Our baker has been in the industry for 25 years. She's also a chocolatier. Everything from savory to sweet, your chocolate bars, brownies, butter tarts, you name it, we make it.
Talk to our knowledgeable Cannatex about our incredible variety available. Give your trusted partners a call. Legacy 420 out on your road.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
Hey, welcome back to the Pace Radio Show. We are joined tonight by Scott Mocon, aka Dr. Buck of Dr. Buck's Sweet Treats. And as you can see on his shirt, we're popping with the doc, right? Exactly. Now we're gonna go into the pop, and we're gonna go to the pictures before we get to the end of the broadcast, because they were just, it was such a lovely time and stuff like that back then. But I'd like to first get into the first segment. We talked about you being a patient, being the fact that you were told that you wouldn't be able to walk. You spent time in a wheelchair. As everybody's seen, you are now up and walking, and how cannabis was benefit you in your treatment. But today, what are you doing? What's this popping with the doc, and what's this Sweet Treats all about?
Well, when I started this company, I wanted to show people with disabilities and challenges. And you can do anything. So I wanted to start a company doing 5 businesses I've never done before in my life. And I wanted to show people that you can do anything. Like I'm paralyzed on my left side, right? So I was some of my part of my challenges. When I built equipment, I always build equipment like my bucker, so my leg could go up, and I had a chair that I built so I could sit there and just use my hands, right? And everybody would always say to me like how quick I was and how fast. So that's something I've always been good at, is I could sit there and I could diagnose something, I can do it quicker, faster, easier, right? So it's that, right? As my dad was disabled, so I always watched my dad make things to lift things, like at High Spring Trading Post, right? That was my dad. So my dad always was making, my dad couldn't bend over, right? His back was fused. So I watched my dad all his life do that. So the trailer, so the Dr. Buck CTS, which was cannabis trimming solution, I want to be able to come to your house. Your neighbor's not going to know that I'm trimming your weed. And then I want to trim your weed, be fair, and then in and out. So then I want to show people with medical challenges that, hey, you can do anything. You can grow your own weed, right? So that's what I show people. Then my goal was my goal when I quit, I wanted to trim 100 pounds an hour myself. So when I quit, that was I went on YouTube and I said my goal is to trim 100 pounds of weed an hour.
Wow.
When I quit, I was doing 150. Yeah, 150 pounds an hour myself. And that was
wow.
And why did you quit? Like, do you mind me asking? Like, why did you quit?
Because there's no money in it. Like, because when the price of a pound of weed, people were like $250 for a pound of weed. So So then they look at me and say, well, how can I pay you $50 a pound when I'm getting $250 a pound, right? So
Well,
that's
it
why.
used to be way more than that. Like we used to pay $2,500 a pound,
Yeah.
right? So it's
Yeah,
gone
yeah.
down substantially. But at one time, we also said, we wanted the same price as a pound of tomatoes. So I guess we got what we asked for. But was that really beneficial to the? And again, like I said, there's a double-edged sword to this. And I said this on the shows before. Like we've legalized cannabis and put it behind the 19 over, which is giving access to our kids access to crap like fentanyl.
Yeah.
It's way easier to get that crap now. So just saying.
So you did the trimming solutions, 150 pounds an hour. Now, obviously, people are saying, holy fuck, where you finding all that cannabis to trim, right? But you had a business that was to do that.
I went on the territory, and we went on there, and am I a master grower? Yeah. I show people shit that people that are paralyzed. That's why I wanted to show people that I'm paralyzed on my left side that you can do anything, right? So when people say you can't because you're disabled, you're more able than disabled, right? So then that's why you just have to look at different things. Like I went down to the Marmor River, I pumped out 2,400 liters of water into 2 toes. I come up the top of my hill there, I crack a valve and I would feed everything and just sit on the deck. And then I showed everybody that, because I wanted to show people you could grow your own weed without getting ripped off and you know what you're consuming. Same with the salve. That's why I built my own salve. Because I want to know everything I can to the weed, the CBD, the CBG, CBN, right? And then I did that. Like I proved that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, popping with the doc.
Popping with the doc. And that is a funny story about my cat.
Like who thought you gone from popping buds to popping pop kernels? I guess is what it is, right?
Popping corns.
So now, did you know? I want you to Google it right now. The kettle corn king of Canada. Did you know that?
Kennel.
Hang on.
The kettle corn Canada.
King Canada.
Who comes up?
Dr. Buck.
I obviously did something wrong.
Dr. Buck's Sweet Treats is what comes up. So that looks like you've done some amazing things in there, Scott.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go.
That's awesome.
We won the Canada-wide award for the best trailer. Canada-wide.
That's so great.
Did.
Then we won the one in the Quinte West.
Maple sugar kettle corn.
Yeah.
What the hell are those?
Those are
here we go. Here we go. There we go. Just so everybody can see the receipts. We have receipts. Dr. Buck's Sweet Treats winner food truck category. This is Canada wide.
Yeah.
That's so amazing. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah.
What an amazing thing. So apparently you do ship. See what happens when the country is so big and it's made in Canada too, right? So this is a really good opportunity for us to actually really support a Canadian product. Right on.
Like, do you does it ship? Do you ship internationally? Or does that require a super special licensing that you just haven't gotten to that point yet?
We haven't got to that point. We shipped to the East Coast. We're in a couple stores now. We're in the Robinson's Nest in Warkworth. We just got into a store in Kawartha Lakes. Right?
Very nice.
Yeah. So then we're just doing our nutrition label. We're getting all that developed. Like I got to show you my
I'm just opening the website.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got here we go. I'll bring the website
Rockstar kettle corn, bubble gum. Oh, that pepperoni pizza. I got to get some of that for my kids. David Loza would love this. Oh, he's got braces. Whatever. He gets around that.
This is Dr. Buck's website here. And you talked about
And you do events.
kettle corn picks. There we go. Doc's premium picks.
And he does events. You can have him come to your birthday party and stuff too. That's super cool.
Yep. And not only does he do events, but he also does fundraisers for schools and stuff. Stuff like that.
That's so cool.
We just finished a fundraiser in.
I think that is the best. You know what? That's the best turnaround story I've ever heard. Right? Like that's awesome.
Pepperoni pizza.
You ready to see some?
All right. Yep. Sure. Yeah. Hang on. I gotta take this off the screen here and enlarge you.
How's your relationship with popcorn? Are you able to eat popcorn?
I don't eat popcorn anymore.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Yeah.
But I can tell you, Gail loves popcorn.
See, and that's the thing. Like, I can't even eat corn, but I can eat popcorn. Like corn, like really, like, but I can eat popcorn. So.
Okay, so let's see. We got that.
Bubblegum.
There you go.
Dill pickle. Yeah. And you can still use Dr. Buck's Moose logo. That is so great. You just had to take some leaves off of it. I love that.
Put maple leaves on it instead.
Yeah, that's terrific.
So it's made in Canada.
That's a way of making things. Yeah. That's a way of turning, like, that's so great.
Then I have my, since I'm the kettle corn king of Canada, see him put the crown on Dr. Buck.
Oh, there you go.
Now, do you have the same code on your popcorn as you did on your salve so that people can get the ingredients?
There's going to be a barcode on that. It'll take you right to the website.
That's what I was asking. Yeah, so you have the same barcode. Awesome.
Okay. Now, just so everybody knows, this product is not infused. This is regular.
No, this is just regular old. Yeah.
Kettle corn. It's kettle corn. It's not popcorn. Right? There's a difference, right, Doc?
Difference in the there's a difference in the pop.
Doc. All right. Here's how I'm going to explain it to you. When people say, "What's the difference between popcorn and kettle corn?" I say to them, it's the same as when you eat something from a cast iron frying pan, when you eat a Teflon pan.
Right.
Exact same thing.
Different. Yeah, it's a different pot.
Yeah. Now, just so you know, we got a message. We got a dill pickle fan in the house.
Oh, speaking of which, now that she's just popped up, can I just take a second to pipe in about her for just a minute? So Melissa was my guest on my show on Monday. We call her Saltier Mother on TikTok, but she's a cannabis patient too from Nova Scotia. She's been in the community and worked with Mom and Chris Becker and all those people. She's got a battle with WCB she's had for 19 years. This woman's going to walk from Cape Breton to Halifax. Wow. So, and that's it. That's a 417-kilometer walk. It's a 20-day walk. And she wants to leave by April the 5th. And of course, I'm here, right, in BC, and she's in Nova Scotia. So I can only help her by promoting her cause and asking people if they can volunteer, fundraise, help her get to her goal. Because this is the day of mourning for WCB workers that have been hurt or died on the job. And she's had a battle with WCB for 19 years. She's been in an Airbnb because they're redoing her house after 19 years to make it so that she can actually not be disabled in her home. It's cost them $120,000 for Airbnbs that they could have absolutely bought her a new house. And they're fighting with her over an entranceway. And it's just, and having her to fight for everything, the medicine, the cannabis, the infusions, all the things that she needs. And she's a nurse who was a nurse and a corrections officer. So this is how I'm finding that healthcare, especially down east, like it's bad here too. Like, don't get me wrong, but in Nova Scotia, and I'm hearing Ontario is not so great right now either, but it's horrible. Like, she's been neglected by WCB. She's been neglected by her doctors. And she's, like I said, fighting and fighting. So if you can help in any way, get a hold of Melissa. She's on Facebook, and she's also Saltier Mother on TikTok. So thank you.
All right, Dr. Buck. I do have a question. It come to me from an audience, a live studio audience. I can't put it up on the screen there, but I can show the note.
Can you order me some of his? Hi,
Gail. Gail wants to know, can you order online for your kettle corn?
Yes.
You
Yes.
know,
And he ships Canada wide.
All right. Yes. I got some other stuff to show you. Okay.
all right.
So when I started this company, the three things I wanted was Canadian made, locally made, and handmade. Like, when's the last time you heard all those three? And I wanted
Yeah, really, eh?
I wanted to bring back old school, like when you taste something, it was there. It wasn't all air. So I went and I actually had a sifting table made that I sift because when you
Yeah.
commercial ones, they're like 17, 16 holes. So I got half-inch holes. So if you look at all my product, there's no kernels.
Oh, because
And I did all. You see all my videos when I'm sifting all the old maids out.
Nice.
yeah. So it's
What part?
you cleaned it. It's like going back in the 70s when the days when we used to have the
Wait,
photo,
wait,
the album, the record album, and cleaning the seeds out of our
You're
cannabis.
gonna go get stuff,
You're cleaning your
Pick
kettle
this
corn before it goes to the customer.
So then I developed my own caramel.
You make your own caramel?
This is called Doc's Creamy Caramel.
Nice.
So I developed my own caramel because what was happening every time I ordered from my supplier, like a box of caramel was $200, $250.
Yeah.
Kept on going up and up. So I wanted to make something that was like I'll give your wife some out and stuff, and she will ship some out to you. But I wanted it to taste like when you're done tasting it, it's almost like a Weatherby candy, right?
Yeah,
So,
Werther's. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So this here is like I'm gonna weigh it, but you see, there's no big chunks of stuff in it.
Yeah.
No, but if it's real caramel, that means it's got a thicker, heavier base to it, right? That's awesome.
Yeah. So then,
Yep.
then here's my see my label.
Pepperoni pizza.
Oh, look at the pizza.
Yeah. So then it's made in Canada, eh?
Yeah. I got the A on there.
Pizza. And I just put buttermilk up on the top. But there's your pizza.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
So then I developed one because I developed this one here called mixed cheddar. So what I did was I put orange cheddar and white cheddar together, and then I mix it up together, right?
Yeah.
Cheddar. So then I made this one called Sweet and Sassy.
Okay.
So this will be your original, like if you someone said, hey, you have kettle corn, this will be it. So it's sugar and corn. But what I wanted to make a lot better product, so what I use is I use sugar cane.
Mm-hmm.
Get that sweet, and then that's what the key.
And it's actually better. Sugar cane is better, right? It's not, yeah.
This is Marmor Mix. So this one put me on the map. This one here, I went to the township. I did a YouTube video. I went right in there, right? I said, okay, I want to be like in Sterling. You know, they say Rob Ray. They have it on the Sterling side. I said, I'm the kettle corn king of Canada. I want to be on the township side, the Marmor one. So I went in. I gave everybody a bag, a big bag. I wanted to go to the town council and talk to the councilman too. Right?
Oh, did you?
On my case. So everybody would say, like, hey, you got Chicago mix? And you know me, I always want to one up it out. I always want to go one higher, right? So I said, okay. So that's my creamy caramel. That's my orange cheddar. And what's more Canadian? Maple sugar.
Maple sugar.
Third one, maple sugar. And I'll show you.
Maple syrup, sugar. Yeah.
So I go down the county. See that there? That's maple sugar.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So that's real maple sugar. So what I do in my kettle when I pop it, I got that and I fuse it right into the maple sugar so it goes right on top of the kernel. So it's orange cheddar, my creamy caramel, and real maple sugar.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, that's my Marmor mix.
Yeah, well, just so you know, we got a message. We got a message from Caitlin. Caitlin says, Marmor Mix is the best.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
That's great.
Every show we go to, people just walk up. You want to try sample? No, I'll Marmor mix.
Marmor Mix. There you go.
Well, it kind of gives you a little bit of taste of everything, right? Like, gives you 3 flavors in one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a sample bag.
Right.
These are the small bags that we sell at shows for $5. These are the bigger ones, right? This one here, I can't even take any credit. The Duchess, Caitlin, she invented this. This was her birthday cake.
Oh.
And we sell a shitload. I can't even take any credit, Dutch. This is all hard. That's bubblegum.
Yay! Woo!
Yeah, that's our bubblegum blue raspberry and birthday cake. Like we sell back of that, right?
So can you buy mixed bags of whatever and you'll like kind of order to like, or can you, yeah, that's so great. That is just, yeah, congratulations. What a great business.
Did you see my lemonade? Dr. Buck's Dippity Doo lemonade?
Yeah, we should get, like, Dr. Buck does more than just cattle corn.
Oh, yeah?
You know, it doesn't sound like anything ever stops you. Like, you sound like you're the Energizer Bunny on, like, with, you know, wow. Just go. I'm sure we must be related. Maybe we're related.
Even his cat.
Like it's like a 10 million things going at once. It's like, are you sure you're not my long lost cousin?
Gail, did you hear what Gail just said?
Even his cat goes with him.
Even does the cat still go with you when you go out with your trailer too? Because you do events, right? Now, Scott's got a cat story. And then when we're done that, we'll probably go to break. But Scott has got an amazing cat story.
So we went over to like over the bay, Quinny, over to Picton. We go to this.
And how far is that? Like that's like an hour.
An hour and 45 minutes.
Okay.
An hour and 45 minutes. So like it was like freezing cold. So we get out in the morning, get everything set. We get in the trailer. We're going. I stop. We get gas and generator. I thought I heard something meow. Right. Get in the truck, we keep on driving. We go up over the Bay Bridge, Quinny Bay Bridge. We drive an hour and 45 minutes. We get to the show. We walk up. The lady walks up. She goes, "Excuse me, like, you know you have a cat on the roof?" I said, "What?" "There's Lenny, cat that I just let in, Lenny. There's my cat. It was on the top of my roof of my trailer for an hour and 45 minutes. There's Lenny on top of the thing." I walk and said, "Lenny." He goes, meow, meow. He comes down. He jumps into my arms. We did a whole video on it. If you go on TikTok and Instagram, you'll see me where we did all the video. And the people were so nice. They got us kitty litter. They went and got us all the stuff for Lenny. Yeah.
Oh my God, that
cat. Oh, we took all. There's me with the cat or the Lenny, right?
Did they take him with you everywhere now?
Oh yeah. They always bringing Lenny.
I just
he's weird. He's not going without. You're not going without him.
just a second here. I gotta change things up a little bit here before we go for the break. And let me make sure I get the right one. Yeah, there it is. Okay. We're just talking about the kitty. The kitty. Here we go. Right here. And if I get
Excuse me. You got a cat up the top of your roof. What? I get out. Yo, Lenny. He comes jumping down, jumping in my arms. He's never so happy to see my sorry ass ever. No. Oh, yeah. He's already. Oh, Josh, can I go? You're not going. No. No, kitty. You're going. Dr. Buck. Well, check out Lenny on our video. So we're alive. I'll take you over and show you where he was. We're over the Bay Bridge. My house is probably an hour. Oh yeah, Lenny's right up there. Head over the vent. Thank God he didn't have the claws. Plus he's got an extra toe. I don't know what they call that. Some fancy shit. Come from, it's called inbreds. Dr. Buck, go get your care. Hang out with my buddy Lenny.
There you go.
I didn't see a video. Was there a video?
Yes.
Oh, didn't you see it?
Audio. No, it didn't come up.
Oh,
I could hear it, but I didn't see it.
Oh shit.
That's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. It's probably because I'm on my phone.
Did you see it? Did you see it, Doc?
I see it.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I heard it, but I couldn't see anything. That's all right. I'll go back and watch the rerun.
Yeah.
Remember, we skipped the part. I said I wanted to start 5 businesses.
Yes.
Have never been done. So what I did Dr. Buck's mini donuts. I did Dr. Buck's cotton candy. Dr. Buck's, then we did the kettle corn. Then we did that. Then I planted 450 lavender plants. Remember?
Yes, exactly.
Then I planted like 2,000 sunflowers.
Wow! Holy smokes! That's a lot of
That 1 year I did that, so we don't do the mini donuts anymore. It didn't go very well, better than the cotton candy, and just the other business exploded so much. Now we do Dr. Buck's extra large soft pretzel.
Right. Yeah. Well, why don't we get into more of that when we come back from the break?
Sounds good.
All right. All right. As I said, let me get us back on the screen here. We'll be back in about let's see, 3 minutes and 20 seconds. You're watching the Pace Radio Show. We're live here with Dr. Buck of Dr. Buck's Sweet Treats. Talk to you shortly.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
Limestone City Hydroponics is Kingston, Ontario's hydroponics shop. Take your growing to the next level and create the optimal environment with a tent kit, or maximize your yield with an ebb and flow flood table kit. Either way, Limestone City Hydroponics has more sizes and options to fit your needs. Are you looking for the power of the sun that adapts to your budget? Then look no further, as they have professional grow lighting. They have indoor grow systems that are easy and cost effective, with many options to fit your living space and lifestyle. Cultivate your growing potential. We have everything you need to succeed. And if you can't make it to the store, they offer local delivery to the greater Kingston area. Remember, when you're looking for experts to help you grow, then look no further than the locally owned Limestone City Hydroponics, 105 Sunderland Drive in Kingston, Ontario. Call them at 613-548-0420.
Are you looking to get your medical cannabis grow license? Limestone City Hydroponics can help patients through the process of obtaining their license to grow medical cannabis. What's that? You don't have a doctor. If you meet the medical criteria, Limestone City Hydroponics has a nurse practitioner who can assess and provide medical cannabis prescriptions. What are you waiting for? Contact Limestone City Hydroponics at limestonecityhydroponics.ca or call them at 613-548-0420.
What do you find at paceradio.net? People advocating cannabis education.
Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more, we've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center or take a look at our piercing services and body jewelry, now available in-store through Campbellford Lifestyle Shop, 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford.
Rerolled Saturdays. Check it out. Nothing but non-stop cannabis and psychedelic programming. Find it at 420pace.ca.
Cannabis edibles are an effective way to manage pain and other ailments, especially when you deal with your trusted partner, Legacy 420, in Tyendinaga Mohawk territory. You see, we lab test every product on site to ensure proper dosage every time, which is critical when consuming cannabis edibles. All Legacy 420 edibles are made by our classically trained baker and chocolatier, and we also have super tasty vegan options.
Our baker has been in the industry for 25 years. She's also a chocolatier. Everything from savory to sweet, your chocolate bars, brownies, butter tarts, you name it, we make it.
Talk to our knowledgeable Cannatex about our incredible variety available. Give your trusted partners a call. Legacy 420 out on your road.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
Hey, you're back with the Pace Radio Show, and we are live with the Canada's Cattle Corn King, award-winning, chosen by the consumers, obviously, of your very fine product.
Yes. All right. So I invented Dr. Buck's Dippity Doo Lemonade.
Yeah,
So
dippity-doo.
when I wanted to make something it just tastes like water and like tastes like shit. So then what I do is that I made the bubble gum, I made blue raspberry, I made lemonade. So then what I do is I use a whole lemon, I smash it, right? Then we do it. Then I use a simple syrup. So when you see people then the cup I use, this is one of my cups. So we use a 16-ounce cup, deli cup. So when you shake it, you drive your straw on it. So when you're done with it, you can take it home and you can use it. Like I use it.
Well, yeah, that's terrific.
Right?
Yeah.
Put your change in it, whatever you want, right? So it's not a piece of shit cup, right?
Right.
You'll see, we were in Madoc, and we were shaking them and spinning them, and I was throwing them over top of our tent and catching them. Right from the tent, and we were catching them, shaking them, right? So with the simple syrup, there's no residue in sugar. So when you see people put a quarter cup in and they're going like that, and they pour it into the other one and all that, it's all the syrup and shit. So when I do a simple syrup, we inject it right into it. So it's just syrup. So it's all, I've already went to all the work and liquefied it.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the sugar on the bottom, and that's the shit taste. That's why you taste water. So when you taste your lemonade, you shouldn't taste water.
No. You didn't buy water. You bought lemonade.
That's right. So we use a whole lemon. So you get that too. Then we crush it right in front of you, and we do a lot of work. Like it's just like unbelievable. Every person to taste it. Then with the lavender, we planted 450 lavender plants.
Oh, lavender lemonade, yum.
Lavender, and we infused it into the simple syrup, and we had lavender lemonade.
Yeah, that would be amazing. That would be amazing.
You would think it tastes perfumey. No, it doesn't. It's got a really, but
you have to be really kind of like light on it to keep it like you can't use a lot, right? But it's because we used to make lavender cookies, and you don't need much of it. Like, it's strong.
No, so I grew like 225 English, 225 French lavender plants.
Yeah.
Right. So then this
It's
year,
farm to plate. You're doing farm to plate. Like basically, you're growing it. Anything you're not growing is the corn. Are you doing that too?
we tried to. I was going to grow the corn, but it's too hard to actually get the kernels and to get them over. So you'll see the video. That's why we go right north of Toronto. I bought it right off the farmer, the mushroom. We use the mushroom kernel.
Nice. And it's nice you can source it locally too, right?
Yeah. So that's
perfect.
Canadian made, locally made, handmade. That's my gig, right?
Yeah, that sounds so amazing.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, okay, you've got the Dippity Doo lemonade. You mentioned something about pretzels.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Remember, bigger is better.
Holy fuck, look at this size.
That is huge. That's a huge pretzel. The size of your head.
Yeah. Tape measures, Al. Tape measures don't lie. All right. We got 9 inches by 8 inches.
Got some girth.
Holy guys.
Put butter on it. You have options. You have butter. We put salt. We put Parmesan. Then we give you dipping sauce. You have chocolate. You can have caramel. You can have cheese.
Well, that's a good way of offering it. And it's not pigeonholed into one flavor. And you don't have to make several different flavors, just the sauce. That's a terrific idea.
Yeah,
you got some brains there. Yeah, that's a great, good business. Yep, awesome.
Then we have Ziploc bags too, because a lot of customers will say, "Can I take it home and heat it up?" I said, "Yeah." So we slide the plate in.
9 inches. Yeah, of course they're gonna have to take the dang thing home. Jesus, it took me 3 days to eat that thing.
Just so you know, Melissa says that's bigger than my head.
It's bigger than his head. Holy moly, right? That's good because obviously you're looking at quality and quantity and affordability as well, and giving people choices. So and what are your price points? Like, of course you have to cover. What are you charging? $5 for the popcorn, right?
$5 kettle corn. And that one there is $10.99. So the fundraiser for all the schools and stuff, they'll sell that for $10.99. Their cost to be $6.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. So the school can make $5 a bag, basically,
Yeah,
right?
great.
Yeah.
So when Colonel's my competition, he was selling these bags, and he was selling like the butter, which is cheap. You rank $1. Well, if I'm gonna send my kid to school, and my kid's gonna come home for a lousy buck. That's all that he was giving the school. Well, I give you $5 a bag. Then usually I'll take a whole bunch of like great big bags for the top sellers.
Did he forget about inflation?
Pardon?
Did the guy forget about inflation? You know, you need $5 is $1 now, and like $20 is 100. Like that's how it works.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
just so you know, Melissa says, "Looks like I'm ordering road snacks."
Snacks, yeah. These are non-infused, but you could, you need non-snack too.
Once you receive them, you could infuse them somehow.
You can, yeah,
Sure.
yeah. You can add whatever kind of butter to that pretzel you want.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
And like I said, that's my friend that's going to do the walk. She's the one that the crazy woman that wants to walk from Church Drive in Dominion, Nova Scotia to Halifax.
So, okay, the lemonade, the popcorn, the kettle corn, the pretzel, and anything else?
Yeah. So then this summer we're gonna bring like a treat. That are gonna be a sandwich, ice cream sandwich, or something along that line. Plus, I'm opening the farm this year to the public, and we're gonna have a festival. We're gonna on the 23rd. We're gonna have
you said at the farm, so at your place?
Yeah, so we're gonna have a Dr. Buck's Fun Festival, August 23rd.
Oh yes,
We're
yeah.
gonna have guys, and we're gonna have all vendors in my one field. So we're gonna be putting applications out. Then I'm gonna make it really reasonable for vendors. So it's gonna be $40, and then I'll give you a $10 voucher for food.
Wow!
Right.
Holy smokes!
That's a screaming deal.
So what kind of vendors are you looking at attracting?
Well, we're gonna do like some of the first of all, they're gonna be free. I'm gonna reach out to the Lions Club, the food bank. So if they wanted to set up a booth, they're more than welcome for free. Then it's gonna be hands, handmade stuff. Like I don't want a bunch of Chinese shit.
You want artisans.
Yeah. So then
Local artisans, yeah.
Then it's gonna be for $40. Then I'll give you a $10 voucher for a food booth, right? So
that's a steal. Good deal for sure. Basically, that's costing them $30 for their booth, right?
Some of the places we vended, like we vended in Tweed there a couple of years ago at the Stampede.
Yeah,
$1,000 for my booth.
Oh yeah. Even here for Canada Day events or even Sam Steel Days, we're looking at $500 for a food truck. And even we did what the hell event we did the one event with the Progies too, and that was July 1st, and that was $150 just to sit on the side of the street. We just had to and they gave us electricity.
Well,
that was it.
Yeah, I know. I've talked to Doc about going to events, and talking about going to events. I got a list here of the different events that you're going that you'll be attending to this year.
Yep.
Want to quickly go through them here? It mentions the Warkworth Maple Syrup Festival
coming up this weekend.
Oh, that's this weekend. It is. Yes, that's right. March the 9th. March seems so long ago, but now it's right here. Okay, now OFAHA Under the Lock Fishing Derby.
Ontario Federation of Anglers and Hunters. It's opening a trout season. Parks, and they put all the there. Then you buy tickets, and then they fish, and then we sponsor a fish. Right.
Yeah. And these are 2-day events, correct? Yeah. 2-day events. Warkworth Lilac Festival in May, May long weekend. I assume that's what that is.
Yeah.
You can basically just go from festival to festival all summer long.
Yeah. Northumberland Scottish Festival and Highland Games. I've seen you down at Tagnaga at events. as well as locally. Marma, you've been at the I think it was the fair or something going on that you were at. So
Yeah, we try to
Sounds
get
like
open.
you've been busting a move, that's for sure.
Yeah. So this year we want to be open on Wednesdays and Saturdays at the farm, right?
oh, okay.
So then you can come here and we're gonna be popping live. So you can get your kettle corn, your pretzel, your lemonade, right? Then we usually go live. We have a podcast too, right? Let's talk with the Dr. Duchess.
Right. I seen that on Instagram there.
Yeah.
When I was scrolling through your account.
Usually what we do is we'll go into Marmara and the Duchess will follow me and video me and we make up some crazy kettle corn, right? So
Right.
I'll get an ingredient and I'll come back and I'll infuse it. So the one I just did was I went and I bought dill pickles. I put all the dill pickle juice in the kettle. We popped the kettle corn and chopped up all the dill pickle. I infused them right into the kettle with the kettle
Right.
corn. And we had dill pickle.
Yeah, well, that's adding actual dill pickle flavoring to it by cooking
That's
it
a
in
whole
the
nother
dill
level.
pickle. Oh,
That's an infusion. Like that's a total other level of flavoring.
I hate dill pickle. Gail loves it.
I love dill pickles too.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe
Ketchup is one of my favorite ones too. I love ketchup chips. I know I'm an idiot kid.
Yeah, well, ketchup, you'd have to make it so it was runny. It would stick to the.
We do ketchup kettle corn. We do salt and vinegar kettle corn.
Right. Okay. Yes, that's true. Yeah. That's right. Oh,
I seen that on the menu.
Yeah.
And I scroll through. Oh, there's
got
ketchup right now.
He's got so many flavors.
I know. Like that's the amazing thing. You know what they've come out with though? Here's one to throw at you. The Old Dutch has come out with a Korean taluge flavor. Like everything's Korean, like, and I'm working in a Korean grocery store, so it's like, really? Like, does nobody have an original thought in their head?
I made Flex Hot.
There you go. I'm showing these different flavors again. So
I'm not seeing any video. It must be I don't know what's going on, but I'm not seeing the videos. It's like the screen disappears. Yeah, it's weird. It's okay. Like I said, I always go back and watch the rerun a day, like tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, that's too bad. Yeah.
Well, I went to the website on my other phone. I've been drooling since I started looking at it.
Do you have a chocolate one, Doc?
We're gonna do. See, I'm thinking about doing the caramel, laying it out, and drizzling chocolate all over it.
Yeah.
You know, another idea too is a little bit of salt with that caramel.
Oh yeah, let's get salt, sea salt.
Yeah.
You could do that with those pretzels too.
Oh yeah, so with the pretzels, we have sauce too that we could go on like in a hot sauce.
Yeah.
One hot sauce, and we have dipping sauce in the little wee containers. So then you just give that whatever you want.
Yeah. Just so you know, Tamara, you're not alone. Melissa can't see it either, but she's on her phone as well.
Yeah, but Scott's on his phone and he's able to see it. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Like I said, I'll just go back and I will usually watch the rerun to kind of like, make sure that I wasn't misbehaving on the show.
I made more money in 10 minutes selling kettle corn than I did in 2 years in the weed business.
No, I don't doubt that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It is. I feel you. Like I said, I feel you.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because you invest so much in too, right? When you do the marijuana, you're doing like you're investing and and it's not cheap. Like that machine's not cheap. All the watering, all the plants, all the nutrient, all not cheap. So you're investing way more into that to get nothing back out of it, right? Where the kettle corn's a little bit more viable.
With the kettle corn, you have from 2 to 100 years old. That's your clients.
Right? Yeah. You don't have to explain to anybody what the malagra. There's nothing. There's just here's your kettle corn. Have a nice day.
And I believe the method or something to do there has to do with it's a long traditional. It wasn't maybe not directly your family, but somebody's family that was passed on to you in order to be able to do all this stuff.
Yeah, the gentleman you'll see me on the video, his name was Rodney, right? And then he's like you'll see, he's been doing it for like 50 years. He was in the car and he used to build it. He did all that. So you'll see you use a paddle. I've broken 3 paddles, right? You'll see John Bell. He makes paddles, company.
Yeah.
Bunch of videos. I went right in. I give all his employees some kettle corn, and he custom made me a paddle, right, with a curve on it and stuff like that. So that was the thing. You'll see me with a paddle, and I've broken 3 of them in half. Right.
My husband's cousin's dad has a kettle corn business in Alberta too. He's been doing it for years. I've never seen it, but they go to all the festivals too. But yeah, it's an old tradition, really.
Yeah.
Now, what is it? Is it more of like a Canadian kind of like with the maple syrup, or does it come from like Europe? Like, where does it actually kettle corn originate? Do you know?
I think you see a lot of the Amish and stuff that they do the kettle corn and stuff
right.
like that. But yeah, the gentleman that showed me Rodney and mentored me there, right? I wanted to buy a chip truck. I didn't want to do the kettle corn. I didn't even know about it. So I went and seen him through a friend of a friend. He was the old guy. You'll see the picture of him there, and he kind of looking at you, right? Like, so then I went up there and I was getting some kettle corn and stuff, and he did all these years. And he looked at me and goes, "You don't want a chip truck. You want this." And it was in his garage, and he pulls all this shit aside. And you'll see my first video when I light the kettle on fire. Have you seen that video?
Yes, yeah. I actually tell you the truth. To tell you the truth, I am in the process of looking for that video because I did see it earlier. I saw it, so I'm looking for it right now.
Oh yeah,
I can't get my TikTok to come up on this other phone.
Oh, to Kayla's video, right? And I got my dogs up front, and I did bubblegum and maple, and it was awesome. And I never turned the heat off.
Oh, now I can see it. That's weird. I just saw that come up.
Did you?
Yeah.
There's a 6-foot flame coming out of my kettle, right? So
yeah.
I'll tell you, my mom burnt down the kitchen here making popcorn when I was a kid. When we were little kids, she lit the whole kitchen on fire because there was no popcorn machine, like oil and water or oil and popcorn in a pot, right? Yep. I get her.
You can see there's pictures. You can see here.
I can't see that.
Okay. Am I not got that shown up? I got it. Yeah, I got it up there. Okay.
Yeah, Scott can probably see it. I can't see it.
Yeah, I'm looking for the one that caught on fire, but
yeah, okay.
Oh, there it is, right there. There it is. There it is.
Yeah, that's in front of my house.
If you have the picture there, is that the video? Send that to my inbox.
6 cup. Yeah, there you go.
I can hear it.
Yeah. Boom.
Let's make
It's on fire.
That's why you shut your heat off. R&D, baby, R&D. Good thing we didn't do this in the garage.
Do you have fire suppression? You must have fire suppression in your kettle truck, right?
We don't pop
maple flavored salt.
Hang on a second here, Scott. I'll just shut this. There you go. Go ahead.
Do you have to have a fire? Do you have fire prevention in your truck?
No, we don't pop in the truck. We'd always
okay.
Pop underneath the tent.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
but yeah, I'm just asking because I can't see. I actually can't physically see what your truck looks like because I haven't been able to see any of the videos. So I'm not asking to be like annoying.
Yeah. Melissa says it's an art in a way. Is what you're doing.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we could work out, especially being paralyzed on my left side, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna think that Melissa's comment here is, oh, holy shit.
See, we're real. Like I said, I kind of censor because we do a lot of TikTok, and you can't swear a lot. You can't say cannabis. You can't smoke. You can't do any of the things that we can normally do on the show on TikToks. We censor ourselves. You can't even say shit. You get a community violation. They'll take your whole account down. And then you have to appeal certain comments. It's just ridiculous. So, and there's so many trolls on there, but yeah. So we tend to censor ourselves. I believe I can actually do that.
Yeah, the what else you got here?
So my,
go ahead.
Did you see the trailer? Did you see the trailer?
No, I haven't been able to. Like I said, I haven't been able to see any of the
You
pictures.
can see
So.
in this video here.
What up, Pornhub?
Can't
We're
see the
coming
video.
for you. Float your fanny down to get it, baby. The doc's big as the corn. Stay tuned.
I can hear it, but I can't see
come
it.
visit.
Oh yeah, yeah. The so go ahead. You got the trailer.
So the trailer was the trailer. I made it into a concession trailer. It was my trailer.
Oh, your cannabis trailer, right. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
So what I did?
Oh, the trimming trailer. So the trimming trailer went from a trimming trailer into a kettle, into a food truck. Cool idea. Yeah.
I didn't have $60,000 or $70,000 for a concession trailer.
No,
so
right?
I like that. I said to the Duchess, I'm gonna make that a concession trailer. She said, what? She said, yeah. So then I bought a window off of Beaver. I cut the side of my trailer, did a bunch of videos. I put it all in. I had it all wired. I had it all inspected. Right? Because with the cannabis trailer, when I back up, I have the generator in the back of the truck. I plug into the trailer. I start the generator, and we'd be in business. Remember?
Right.
I could be trimming within about six to 8 minutes. Pulling up, I could be trimming weed. Right? Just plug the door, generator, walk the back, drop the tailgate, start bucking. Right?
Yeah.
What's nice thing about having a generator you can set up anywhere.
Now, can you? I guess now with this trailer being that is a concession style trailer, you can take it to these events, not have any power. You're self sufficient. It'll run off a generator, and you're obviously your kettle corn is done out externally, and it's used with propane.
Yeah. Yeah. So now when we go to Peterborough Music Fest, right? Like 15 shows. And this is our second year that we went last year, right?
Nice.
And it's free. And it's a free festival. Like
free for people to come and
Yeah.
attend and okay.
Yeah. Well, then it draws a lot of people out because times are tough, right? And people
Yeah.
people come. So I
So
like
it's nice to have a free event like that for sure.
Yeah. So within 3 or 4 hours, what I like about it, we go there by 4:30, we're there by 10 o'clock at night, and thousands of people come and go, right? Because the first year we were in business, we did a lot of traveling, and it wasn't profitable, right? We did the whole. We cut the Ram Rodeo. We followed them all over Ontario, right?
Mm-hmm.
We did another really good show for us is Canada Day in Hastings, right?
Yeah.
Since we brought in the pretzel, the extra large soft pretzel, it's crazy how many we sell, right?
I'm eyeing one of those out.
Butter, salt,
no doubt.
the Parmesan cheese. Right?
Can't have the cheese, but
yeah,
I'm sure you got some dipping sauce that I would be interested in for sure.
Oh yeah, the caramel chocolate. Mustard probably our biggest.
Yeah.
Sauce. Mustard.
Nice. All right. You should maybe. I'm gonna make a suggestion. Jerk sauce pretzels. Jerk sauce. You know, like Jamaican or Caribbean jerk sauce. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there, man.
You like that? You like hot stuff, pal?
I've always liked hot stuff. We used to have chicken wing hot wing contests. This was before my Crohn's, but I
was gonna say, I didn't know you could still eat that stuff out. You're gonna whoop.
Oh no! Moderation. You have very little, and you can spread it out, right?
Yeah, I gotcha. Yep. Yeah.
No, I can't have it like I'd like.
And I
to.
just eat what I want, and then suffer the consequences. I'll have cheesecake for breakfast, and I'm not supposed to even have it.
Well, yeah, exactly. But okay. Other than that, is there anything else that you'd like to discuss, mention? Let people know what's.
How do people get a hold of you? What's your website? How do we people?
if you go on drbucksweettreats.ca, info at drbucksweettreats, pop them with the doc. So what we're going to release this summer, this has never been done in the world. So I did 2 or 3 things that were never done in the world too. I became a beekeeper too. I forgot to tell you that. That was a part of it.
Was that part of the 5? Was that part of the 5 things?
I became a beekeeper. I got all the bees in my backyard, right?
For your beeswax.
Yeah. So I wanted to have
Then you got honey to infuse into other things, right?
Popcorn into your kettle corn.
Yeah. So
okay.
We already have the label made for it. I'm gonna make this. So if you for whatever flavor you want, caramel. So you're gonna buy this, and I'm gonna fill it for the rest of your life for free.
Wow.
So then you go on my website, Dr. Buck Sweet Tree, and you find out where I'm popping, because I'll be popping here every Wednesday and Saturday. You bring me your container, and I will fill it for free for the rest of your life. So when you buy that from the consumer, and say you pay like $19.95, you know, your kettle corn, and all of a sudden you say, hey, I got pizza last time. Can I get Rockstar? Sure. And I will, wherever I'm popping, you bring me that container and I'll fill it for free for the rest of your life.
At any events. Oh, there you go. Free kettle corn.
Yeah. Every Wednesday and Saturday at 498 Huff Road, I'm going to be popping.
Do you have a building that you can do it like all year round, or do you just going to be seasonal?
No, we have a building, or else we have pop-up tents, right?
Right on. That's awesome. That's really great, because you find so many the trucks and stuff because of winter in Canada that you can't absolutely be viable all year round, right?
Yeah. Then
you're having a fire outside. You should be able to pop cattle corn.
Oh, and he's got tents and stuff and warmers. It could be like if you've got property, you can do all kinds
frozen,
right?
Frozen cattle corn. Just like icicle wine, right? Icicle wine.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure we could come up with all kinds of ideas for you.
Yeah.
Stop it. My own brain's giving me enough work. I don't need you to.
Just so you know, I'm gonna say that I think Melissa's enjoying this conversation. She says this guy is blowing my mind.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
It seems like he just never stops. Like nothing gets him down. Like nothing. He's never given up. So that's a
Well,
standing ovation for you just for your whole life. Like that's just amazing, Scott. Good for you.
Yeah, it's been a really up and down challenge, right?
Yeah.
And I almost died this year in December or November, right?
Yeah. You're telling me there quickly over the phone. And what the fuck?
Yeah,
this is just recent.
Yeah, this is just like I was in Kingston General for 2 weeks. I was in IC. Right? Yeah. So what was happened? I came home from a show in Picton. We did the Picton Palace, the show. Came home Sunday night. All of a sudden, I started puking Sunday night. Like, I never stopped throwing up. Then all Monday, I puked. Then all Tuesday, I puked. And all Wednesday, I puked. And finally, I got my girlfriend to say, okay, you got to take me to the hospital, right? I tried to make a doctor's appointment. He said, take her to the hospital. So I said, I'm not going to Campbellford Hospital. So she drove me to the hospital, right? Then we went to Trenton Hospital. They rushed me right in. Like my heart rate was 186, right?
Oh, wow.
And then they tried to get my heart slowing down. They stopped my heart twice, put me under, stopped my heart another 2 times. Then they rushed me to Kingston General because they couldn't get my heart rate down. Then they finally got my heart rate down. Then I was in their ICU for a week. And then they ran tests. So then I have to go for heart surgery. I got a hole in the bottom left of my heart.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jeepers.
So I'm just waiting. Oh.
Yeah. So when you're looking at doing the surgery?
It was supposed to be done in January. I went to a Hotel Dieu, and he said they were going to get me in right away.
Right.
I don't know if there were just so many people backed up, but I'm on heart pills now. I'm just waiting for that call.
Right. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Another challenge coming your way for sure.
Yeah. We'll definitely keep thinking about you, and hopefully everything works out for you.
Yeah, me too. So it's been exciting. It's probably
I have faith that it will because nothing gets you down.
no. I gave it over 5,000 bags of kettle corn away. If you go on all my videos, I went into a lot of the thrift stores in Belleville, right? And we went
Yeah.
where St. Paul event said, "Hey, how many volunteers do you have there?" They said, like, 120. I said, "What?" Came home, I popped 120 bags of kettle corn live on TikTok. I drove back and I gave them all to the.
Now, tell them what St. Paul is.
It's a thrift store that has volunteers, right?
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So then I pulled into Tim Hortons there in Campbellford there a few times. I said, "How many people work here?" And we videoed it all. We gave them all kettle corn, right? We go into we did the Keene Pumpkin Fest.
Yeah.
Right? I gave over 100 bags of kettle corn to all the Lions and all the volunteers, right?
Wow.
Good karma. That's good karma.
The Marmor Food Bank, I've been there 3 times. Like, we've given over 100 bags of kettle corn, stuff like that. We did all videos on that too, right? Giving back to the community.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. For sure.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Melissa's sending her love. It's like what she's hearing, man.
Thanks for joining us for the whole show, Melissa. I really appreciate you popping in and joining us for the show tonight.
Yeah, we always like to have our viewers involved in the conversation. Sometimes we get people who just make comments. Sometimes we get people that will ask questions, and we'll pass those questions on to our guests as well. So yeah, interactive, right?
I wish we could bring people up like a panel, like they do on lives on TikTok. You can actually bring people up so you can have conversations with them. Wish there's a way that StreamYard did something like that, so we could actually bring them up rather than just message.
Oh, like bring them into the conversation itself.
Yeah, like a panel. Like then if they want to join in on the conversation, they can join in and other people can pop in and pop out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Al.
Well, yes, man.
You'd have to distribute it, but I'd be more than welcome or happy to pop a whole bunch of kettle corn for your viewers and give it to you. Then you could ship it to them.
Okay. All right. That sounds like a great idea. So anybody who's yeah.
So here's one of the questions they have to answer. The first person to answer this question is going to get like a free bag of kettle corn from Dr. Buck, and then Al can distribute it. How many points does Dr. Buck have on his antlers total?
How many coins?
Points.
Well, how many
points are on the horns?
Okay, how many points are on the horns of on the antlers of Dr. Buck's?
How many points does Dr. Buck have on his antlers?
Okay, so can I get you to go? I gotta watch my time because we got a show coming in behind us. Can you go back and show us Dr. Buck again with your phone?
I have to go on my website and count how many points are on Dr. Buck's sweet
So
treat.
we'll run this. We'll run the question for how long? Because this is live. Like, are we gonna let them answer the replay? Like, are we gonna give them a day? Is there a limited time on this?
Oh,
he said first person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's a replay, okay, yeah, the first comment on this, but that would be
okay.
Yeah,
Now, as far as where the people have to comment, because some people watch on YouTube and there's some people watch on Facebook. We've been having that. Actually, we got that right now. Well, I guess at both YouTube and how about one at YouTube and one at Facebook?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So there you go. One each of the platforms. Answer the question: how many points are on the antlers of Dr. Buck? And that's the reindeer. Is that what he is? Reindeer.
He's a moose, isn't he?
He's a moose.
The deer, Dr. Buck.
He's a deer.
Oh,
Buck.
Dr. Buck. Okay.
Buck. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, Dr. Buck.
A moose a buck, you don't.
Dr. Buck had hoof and doe, buck and doe, or something like that. Salves.
No, I don't sell them anymore.
No.
Dr. Buck's hand and hoof salve.
Hand and hoof. There you go. Hand and hoof. Yeah. So, but
Love it.
okay. So people find you again once again on your website. Other than that,
Beach.ca, Papa with the Doc, the Kettle Card King of Canada, baby. He's live.
he is, and you can find him on Instagram as well, right?
Oh yeah, we're everywhere.
You're everywhere.
The king of kettle corn. The king of kettle corn.
Exactly. All right, Tamara, anything?
I believe Cheryl Rose coming on the show on Monday, which is Cannabis and Coffee with Marijuana, which runs at 12 noon Mountain Standard Time, and that's 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, the substitution program is moving forward. We are always looking for donations, and you can get a hold of me at tamaralee3@gmail.com when it comes to that substitution program. You have a good week.
All right, before we go, we have a post on Facebook. We have a person, Melissa. She says, I'll say 8 since 8 point was my first. And sorry, Melissa. Dr. Bucks.
Wrong. You're wrong. Come on, she didn't do her homework.
You get more than one try?
You're being lazy.
Oh, yeah.
You can try again.
All right, everybody. Thanks to our sponsors, legacy420.com, at ease.ca, Limestone City Hydroponics, as well as the Camelford Lifestyle shop. All right, thanks to our guest, Scott Mocon, Dr. Buck, and he's got the sweetest treats going on. I'm going to check out his pretzels here shortly. Other than that, thanks for tuning in, everybody. And don't forget, we'll be all back next week. And we'll be live right here once again, paceradio.net, 420pace.ca. Let's share Pace everywhere. That way it can help create peace. People everywhere advocating cannabis education.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.